3 hours after the lights appeared over Columbus, the government stopped calling it an atmospheric anomaly. They stopped calling it anything at all. By noon, every major network was running the same message. Do not spread unverified religious interpretations. They never said the word. But everyone else did. Rapture. And that's when the arrest started. Daniel wasn't there to see it. By the time the beam moved on from the State House dome, he was gone. But thousands had recorded what happened. And the government wanted those videos erased. In Chicago, a pastor was detained outside his church for telling reporters, "This is biblical." In Dallas, a woman live streaming names appearing in the sky had her stream cut mid-sentence. Her account disappeared within minutes. In Phoenix, police blocked off an entire neighborhood where 12 people vanished in the same beam of light. Official statement: gas line explosion evacuation. There was no explosion. Inside a temporary federal operations center in Washington, officials replayed footage frame by frame. The beams. The names. The vanishings. One analyst froze the screen. "Sir, the names don't appear randomly. They were sequential. Organized. Targeted." Another analyst leaned closer. "They're cross-referencing something." Cross-referencing what? Silence. No one wanted to say it. By late afternoon, a classified directive was issued nationwide. Do not use the term "rapture" in public communications. All agencies were instructed to refer to the event as mass atmospheric displacement. The phrase sounded sterile, safe, controlled. But people weren't buying it. Because the disappearances weren't random, hospitals reported that some critically ill patients remained untouched, while healthy visitors vanished. Prisons reported violent offenders still inside their cells, while a volunteer chaplain disappeared mid-prayer. Airports reported empty pilot seats, but not every pilot. Patterns were forming, and patterns meant intention. That night, protests broke out. Some demanded answers. Some demanded repentance. Some demanded the lights return. Police presence intensified in major cities. Curfews were announced in 6 states. But the sky didn't care about curfews. At 9:42 p.m., another beam appeared. This time over Denver. Live streams captured it clearly before signals were interrupted. The beam scanned the crowd gathered below. Names formed again. People screamed. Some tried to run. Some ran toward it. Authorities later claimed projected holographic interference. But holograms don't remove people from existence. Inside the Pentagon, tension escalated. Military leaders debated options no one had ever imagined discussing. Could it be shot down? Tracked? Communicated with? A fighter jet was scrambled when a beam appeared offshore near Miami. The pilot reported intense instrument failure upon approach. Then he said something that never made it into the press release. There's something inside it. Seconds later, radar lost him. The jet was later found intact, floating in the ocean. Empty cockpit. Meanwhile, underground forums exploded with leaked footage. Clips of Daniel stepping into the light circulated widely before being flagged and removed. One slowed version showed something most missed. Just before he vanished. He wasn't pulled. He stepped. Voluntarily. That detail terrified officials more than the beams themselves. Because it suggested choice. By the second day, churches overflowed. So did government detention centers. Several high-profile religious leaders were placed under protective custody after publicly declaring the event fulfilled prophecy. News anchors avoided theological language completely. One slipped and said, "Is this the hour?" The broadcast cut immediately. When it returned, a different anchor was seated. No explanation given, but suppression created the opposite effect. The forbidden word spread faster. Rapture. Graffiti appeared with it. Hashtags trended globally before being throttled. And then something new happened. A beam appeared, and did nothing. It hovered over a suburban neighborhood in Atlanta for nearly 4 minutes. Scanning. Waiting. No names formed. No one vanished. It simply remained, then moved on. Analysts reviewing satellite data noticed something chilling. Every location where beams activated shared a common data point in federal databases. But that data was sealed under executive authority. Even senior officials weren't cleared to see it. By the third night, a private meeting was held with select scientists and intelligence officers. The question was simple. If this is not atmospheric, and not foreign technology, what is it? No one answered directly. But one advisor finally spoke. If it is what some believe, then this isn't an invasion. He paused. It's a separation. The room went silent. Because if that was true, then the beams weren't attacking. They were selecting. And somewhere over the Midwest, the sky began to glow again. This time larger than before. Not a single beam, but multiple. Spreading outward. Scanning entire cities simultaneously. Emergency alerts triggered nationwide. Stay indoors. Avoid open areas. Do not gather in large groups. Do not speculate. Do not use the prohibited term. But people were already outside. Looking up. Waiting. Some in fear. Some in hope. And inside federal command centers across America. One new notification appeared on secure monitors. Phase 2 initiated. No one in the room admitted knowing what that meant. But the sky did. And it was moving again.